camera always gets so easily knocked. Are you ready? Hey there. How are you? This is probably like the third time that I have done this. I don't know why it still feels like I want to. Because the energy feels good. So, alrighty. Yeah, the light is bright, shining on me. It's like right over there. The sun just came out outside. So I'm here doing, I look really pale, but I'm not as pale. I can't get this thing to do what I want it to do. I've even played with the camera, to like make me look tanner. It didn't look good. So, I don't know. Is what it is, guys. Okay. I'm Casper. Okay. And I've had a shower too, but it just looks very whatever. Hey everyone, how are you? Okay, so the something that I was getting was not so much like it wasn't like the next couple days or the next like, but it was a feeling of like there's something immediate, and we've been getting that a lot lately, and I feel like the collective is that I channel for at least is starting to really want to pay attention to the here and now. And is going through a process where it's like one step at a time. And so looking really far off into the distance or looking at the grand scheme of things, like which could give you very broad time frames. I think the whole something immediate is like step by step by step by step by step. So that's why it said something immediate. And I'm like, okay. So and it can happen frequently because one message may be for a particular person or a group of people within a collective, and then the next time it's something immediate. It's like it's another collective, and so that's where I want to that's my take on it, is that we may have frequent readings like this because of that, because while we're all dealing with the same energies and the same process at this time, we may not be like, our individual circumstances are completely different. So there you go. So we're starting with Madame Majora's fortune telling cards. Okay. Alrighty. I'm feeling very tunnel visioned right now. Like for 2 seconds, like I'm doing this and stuff's going through. I almost forgot y'all were right there. Like I am feeling very like in a zone, very zoned in, very tunnel vision, very focused. But when you're tunnel visioned, you don't see, this other shit's not, like it doesn't, you're just, you know what I mean? Those times when like you could be watching a movie and somebody could be saying something to you, but you're so focused on something. Usually you're focused on what's happening and you're having a thought about what's happening. And so it's one of those things. That's what it felt like. So you may be experiencing some sort of tunnel vision or hyper focus right now, because that was almost like a trance, it felt like. Rejuvenation and fulfillment. Let's see what's happening. I mean, that's always a good way to start. Can we just say, always be grateful when something starts off like, thank you, Spirit. Are you serious? It's no coinky-dink that I just said that, and then this comes out after this. These are two polar opposites right here. Two polar opposites. Rejuvenation and fulfillment. Conflict and danger lie in wait. Okay, so I'm going to put these here because I feel like something needs to bridge the two of these together. Because somehow this is like two sides of the same coin. I'm going to put this over here. So in the middle, what came out is bright new prospects are on the horizon. Use your skills to aid others, and beware who you trust. And I think the thing is that there's the rejuvenation and fulfillment is some awesome new prospects that are on the horizon, right? But in the midst of that, you need to be really careful of who you trust, because there may be some conflict. To me, it feels like there's conflict. Someone has conflict with the new prospects that you've got, the new opportunities you've got. It's almost as if, like, because, okay, we know this is a story as old as time, right? Someone doesn't like the fact that you're going to be happy with what you get. Like, somehow your happiness outshines. Like, they want to do better than you. They want to feel like they have either some sense of control. They want to feel like they have some sense of authority or influence over you, or just are doing better than you. And so it's almost as if, beware when you do this, because somebody may have some ulterior motives. Use your skills to aid others. I feel like this is something to do with whatever the new prospect is. This is using some talent or skill of yours. Okay. Okay, we've had this story before, so I don't know how much time we're going to spend on this, or if this is just a different look at something for someone else. You know, like maybe for one person you had to see it from this perspective, and for another person you had to see it from this perspective. But this is very like, I don't know why I messenger oracle deck. Like, I don't know why this is. All right. You may get tunnel vision about what this opportunity is. Like, you're so ready for things to move forward, or for this, that you're like gung ho with it. And that tunnel vision, it's like almost like there might be something else over here that you need to pay attention to, because I was real focused and real like, you know what I mean, toning everything else out, and they're kind of like, hey, you need to be paying attention to who's around you or what's around you or who you're telling this to. Which we've had the whole keep your mouth shut about stuff before, but this feels like somebody where, like, this is going to be somebody, like, you can't, like, just because you don't talk about something doesn't mean people won't find out, right? So, being alert is what I'm getting from the beware who you trust. Again, that tunnel vision. It's like, pay attention, focus. Hey, look. Always be alert for everything. You can't get so tunnel vision that you're not paying attention to how people are behaving, talking, speaking, things like that. It's almost as if be aware that somebody's going to try to start some shit. But in this, it's like, the thing about this is that you're going to see the truth because of this. Like someone's ulterior motives or someone's negative intentions or somebody's, like if you're so focused on just this and you don't see like somebody cooking something up, this sounds very, when you pay attention, you pick up on the subtleties and you're able to read into situations. And you're like, oh, some shit's about to fucking happen. Like you have very good intuition, but when you get distracted because you're of one single mind and you're on one thing, that's when you're able to miss something. And it's like, no, that's it. Use your skills. You're a wizard. Because it's got embrace the dark and see the truth. So it's almost as if whatever this potential conflict is or potential betrayal is, help like pull something to the light. Like see the truth of this person, this situation, and embrace it, because for whatever reason, this needs to come out. And pull one more with this one because I don't feel like that's. Okay, so the see yourself in nature is making me feel like grounding yourself, like getting out and grounding. Like maybe this is a literal like get outside because you need a little bit of with whatever is going to happen. It has that sense of like the eye of the storm, like the calm and the chaos, that type of situation. See yourself in nature. It's almost like you need to ground yourself with this. And they're just saying change is unavoidable. So whatever, like this has to come out. Here's the thing. I feel like whatever change happens, this positive thing that happens, like it has to happen. Like there's no staying in your current circumstance. And then also, like you also can't avoid whoever wants to throw a fit about this fucking change. Like you can't, like neither one of them at this point are unavoidable. Some sort of change is going to happen in your life, but it's best to do it for the better, right? Have something like a positive change in your life, and somebody else is going to show their shit. This could be a friend, this could be family members, this could be an ex, this could be whatever. But it's almost like either you like to do things to try and avoid conflict so that things are always smooth, or you're like you try to appease situations so you don't ever fully lose somebody. And it's like, just fucking let it go. Just let it go. Okay, so which is so we're using Starman Tarot. It's like you're attracting some kind of favor. They don't like that. This is the kind of person I'd be like, why do they deserve that? Blah, 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 kind of thing. Like, they don't think you're deserving of whatever this is. Queen of Wands. So it could, like, for some, I think this is going to be somebody that you're like, fucking figures. And for others, it's going to surprise you. Whatever this opportunity, you're attracting it because your ability to handle, it's almost like your ability, your mastery or ability over to come out on top. Like, somehow you must have, and I don't know if this is spirit, because I get the energy of like someone seeing this, like physically seeing this, and that might be it. Like, they can't stand the fact that it's coming to you in like the level of strength you've managed to have. It's like this is conquering whatever beast. Like, there's two lines. There's not just one. It's not just like, like the traditional one where you see like she's putting her hand or her head or whatever the fuck in the lion's mouth, and it's like taming the inner beast kind of thing. It's like, look at the shit that you've had to deal with. It's almost like you have tamed whatever was that inner and outer beast. Can I just say that? Some inner and outer shit. So I'm just going to say this, like, this is almost like the energy of someone who wanted things to be harder on you and wanted you to be in an energy of chaos and doubt and confusion and things like that. To that effect, for those who believe in it, it could be something as far as like someone trying to play and manipulate with energy around you so that to keep you stuck. Or this could be something like under like covert type of manipulation where it's like underhanded tactics and things like that you maybe, it's kind of like your brain wants to kind of like, so there's been a level of like internal turmoil that you've had to really deal with, and external shit as well. And I get the feeling that they cannot stand this. Like, this person is irritated. Like, despite whatever has occurred, you're still attracting things to you, and it's annoying the shit out of them. And you're still looking good while doing it. Like, you look like the Queen of Wands, like you're really standing in your power. And they don't like that. Like, both of these images, you're standing in your power. Like no matter how much you endured or faced, you almost appear unfazed. Okay. And this could be the opportunity that's coming in. Like, whoever this is may feel like this is how you are. Like, you are literally a badass in your energy, and you've got mastery over yourself, and you're just the strength that you've had. So somebody is witnessing this. Somebody is seeing this, and that's attracting this opportunity to you. Likewise, though, this is going to irritate the shit. I don't care. I don't care. This is dualistic. It's like, it's going to irritate the shit out of somebody. See, like, they wouldn't see this as strength on your part. They still see you as undeserving. Whoever it is sees you as undeserving. So, good God. And then we have these are left over here. We're gonna get to them. They're down, face downward. They came out that way on purpose. So I'm gonna leave it like that, because that's almost like something to reveal, or some additional information you may not be, Two of Cups and the Prince of Pentacles. So this is like, I promise you, this is something coming in, something for you that's being offered to you. This is an offer. It could be a love offer. It could just be a really fulfilling, like I said, fulfillment offer, because with the Two of Cups, so like your cup is full and something else is coming in, like equally yoked. Like, this is a reciprocal type of energy. So this is something that's like not gonna, it's in alignment with you. It's not gonna run you dry. It's like if this were a job, because we got the Page of the Knight of Pentacles, this would be the kind where like you maybe have had a bunch of offers coming in and job prospects where it was like you knew it was going to be sacrifice on your part, either time wise or with your family or in the money department, or maybe all of them. Like it never was exactly what you felt you deserved or what you felt like was uh, um, deserving of your talents, etc. Does that make sense? So it's like it would have depleted you to some degree. You were having to compromise more so than what you felt you should have. And then suddenly a job offer comes in that's like, I'm going to pay you enough. It's going to be flexible enough for your works, like your daily life schedule. And also it makes it easy to leave it at work and then transition into your home environment and spend time with your family. It's not something you have to carry with. Like, could you imagine that? Like, it would be like, and it's up your skill set alley. The fuck? Up your skill set alley. Okay. That sounded yay. Anywho. Hey LP. So yeah, this is a very, and it's a legit is the way I want to say it. Because like for me, the Knight of Pentacles is like that integral. Like you can really trust this. It's solid. It has, you know what I mean? And it's like this is a legit, not like some things may come through and you feel like, oh, that's kind of scammy. Whether it's a person, like whether it's a love interest or it's a job, you're like, oh, that feels a little fishy. That's too good to be true. And some of them really are. And there's a lot of, stuff out there that's scammy. And you come across something that's like, it just melds well. Okay. Okay, I've got to work through this one because it's funny what they're pointing out to me. This is the High Priestess card, guys. Take a look at this. Now, something you can't see because I can't get too close, but right here, this is her shoes. She has high heels on, okay? Like imagine, one of those superhero movies where the female superhero has heels on, whether it's Wonder Woman, from the old days, or like Black Widow or something to that effect, where they have heels on and they're still able to execute everything. It's almost like elegantly, eloquently, but it's almost like don't allow that to fool you. Don't allow how something to come in fool you. Like it's like maybe people feel like they could take advantage of you, or maybe you come across as like when I was younger, the way that I looked, I was 20 something years old and people thought I was in high school. And so for me, it was like, are you old enough? Are you sure you're old enough to work? Are you sure and so they would treat me as such. Like I have a college education, I've graduated, and I've been doing this for 2 years. And here you are talking to me as if I'm so fucking naive and ignorant that it's a condescension in a way. And so like people wouldn't take me as seriously, or they'd underestimate me. That's what it is. But on top of this, right around here, at the very front of these, and I don't know if you can see it, at the front of her shoes, oh, it's so hard. This little gold thing, it's like an arrow that points out the toe. And certain, like, I know you've seen the movies where like boots have like something on the toe, or like they have spurs on it or something. This is like, I will, like, let me kick. Like it's like a superhero who goes to kick with her high heel boots, and like a knife comes out, so she like with her feet and shit. Like I know you've seen these movies. That's what's on here, and that's what they're pointing out. It's like people underestimate your power. Like you're gonna sneak up on some, or maybe this other fucker who's looking at you like, I'm gonna start some shit. This is bullshit. Like people underestimate you. Like the level of understanding, and because if you're in a High Priestess energy, shit. Like shit. And you're probably at the ready. Like I don't think this, as long as you're focusing and paying attention and not getting tunnel vision, okay? Pay attention to the way that people behave, and you'll pick up on it. Like you're gonna see it. Because the same arrows that are coming out of the toes, like the pointy point of her boots, is the same arrow that's coming out of her crown. It's almost as if like this is your weapon. Ooh, like this is your weapon. And so that's like why they want you to pay attention. Embracing the dark is this, the Seven of Pentacles. Take a look at this particular one. There, he's in the desert, drought ridden, everything else like that, right? It doesn't look like it's very nurturing or anything, but something good is going to come from this. The rose is literally budding from this desert. So your knowing and your downloads and what's like you, like spirit's going to guide you. They're like, that's your weapon in this. Okay, that's your, so be okay with it. It's almost like allow, like, don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. They're not telling you this for you to be afraid. They're asking you to embrace the dark. They're asking you to be okay with the unknown and be okay with people's ulterior motives, in the sense that knowing that things are going to be all right. Like you're going to be a step ahead. Immediate. How does that play into the immediate though? And exactly what you want is going to come from that. Drought. Seven of Pentacles is when something finally breaks ground, right? And here's the thing, this person, I really think that they thought you were not doing well, or they've tried to create chaos so that you don't do well. And they thought that if they kept you in this manipulative, chaotic state, then things wouldn't come to you, that you wouldn't be able to evolve, but you're not. But you are. You're the Queen of Wands. You have the Strength card, like you are standing very powerful in your energy. They're misinterpreting things. They think that you're not doing so well. And so when you have this opportunity to come up, that's what triggers them, okay? Because Seven of Pentacles is, it seems very unlikely for you to be able to allow this to grow into something, right? Whatever starts, it seems unlikely. But it's almost as if also with the change is unavoidable, that there's something that they can't do to stop this. Like they needed to be in the idea and notion, and maybe you as well, that shit wasn't going to go your way. So it's almost as if it's like, you know how like no offense, but if spirit's telling you to shut the fuck up and you don't know how to shut the fuck up, they're not going to let something come in your life. They're not going to key you in on the fact that, and maybe they have for some of you, but it's almost as if like, if we keep you in the dark, you can't sit here and pretend to be, you know what I mean, like keeping you in a drought is what helped to fool them. Keeping you in a drought is what helped to fool them into thinking that they had the one up, that somehow their manipulative tactics were working, or whatever shitty energy they were sending was working, and that kept them at bay. And so they're not going to like it, because the truth is going to, okay, here's the thing. They're under the impression that you're not going to be doing so well. And when this opportunity comes in, it's going to piss them off. It's going to piss them off. You're going to know how to deal with this. Whatever this is very much in alignment for you, and it's very solid. This could even be for those where I said that love, Two of Cups, and the Knight of Pentacles. Like it could be love and work together. Like it just comes out of nowhere for them. And they are not going to like the fact that whatever they did didn't work, or whatever impression they were under was wrong. And you're going to be able to see it. Like whatever whatever response they have is going to be very visible. It's almost like somebody waving their red flag massively. Okay. What's this got to do with immediate? Like, what is the immediate part of this? Okay, why does it not feel? Waiting for something to call me, guys. Sorry. Okay. So I'm asking. They said not that question yet. I'm asking one question. They want to talk about this person. Did I? I thought another thing flipped. I always have to check. Like my mind just plays tricks on me. What's that got to do with the person? So whole point is what it feels like. They want to address this with the other person. And you may have been irritated because you've kind of been in the dark about this too, because that was what needed to be in place. So the other person didn't. Like, there's another energy, another person. I don't know who or what it is, but they don't want you to do well. Flat the fuck out. And it may be something that's like a deep-seated thing where like they're a really great friend until you're doing good, or they may have like they may be the kind of person that says a lot of underhanded condescending things. It's like backhanded compliments. Nothing's ever really genuine. It's always some way to make themselves better. If this is somebody that's really close, or if this is somebody that's not so close anymore, they're not in your inner circle anymore. They have wanted to create enough chaos, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, somehow in your life to keep you out of forward movement, out of receiving mode, right? That's where I would think like there's some energy play at hand. And so I feel like I have to read that one. The way that it's coming across is when this happens, there's not much they can do to slow it down. So it's almost like the immediacy, and that might be the immediate part. The immediacy of how quickly it happens, it takes them by surprise as much as it may take you. And so their response to it, or their ability to interfere with it, is nullified, is what I just heard. Because we've got it's fucking swift as fuck. We have the Knight of Swords, which is the pivot, the 180, the trajectory change, right? And then we have the Ace of Swords, a fucking brand new path, but it's like swift. I feel very swiftly this is happening, okay? And then we have the Chariot, like there's no slowing it down. Remember, for me, Chariot's more about the energy behind it, the momentum, the drive, the push. Like, it's Rhino spirit. Bitch, you get out the fucking way because you will be mauled. I don't know who you think you are. Like, somehow the Rhino's just going to stop or some shit. Like, this path is going to change quick and move forward fast to the point where they cannot interfere. They keep bringing see yourself in nature up, and I'm like, they want me to come back to that, and I don't understand what they think I'm missing, and so I'm going to read the book in hopes that I bring some kind of clarity. Like, what? I'm obviously not picking up on something, y'all. I mean, spirit. They said, look on the ground. Oh my God. Oh my God. It was on the ground. Do you know how many times I wish that would happen in like day-to-day life? Like, where's my keys? I'm just saying. See yourself in nature. What am I missing? What am I missing? Hold on. Explore your world and you will see who you are. Peel away all judgment and dogma born of man and see your truest nature mirrored to you. Now it's time to reconnect. Okay, so apparently we need to Ask about that, because like what is your point? Does that sound mean? I'm like, what's your point, Spirit? Sorry, guys. This is very, very pointed. This is very da 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 da. We're not going in any kind of elaborate direction. It feels like they like this is literally like somebody sending you an email with bullet points instead of like, you know, those. Okay, this is. Why are you helping me explain this, Spirit? You know when you go to look up a recipe and there's like 10 pages of a story? I don't fucking want to know that. What's the fucking recipe? That's all I came here for. Somebody just wanted to know what was up, and they're like, let's get to the tax and brass of it. Okay. So they're point blank just saying that whatever this situation is, this opportunity allows you to return to your true nature, which is really what see yourself in nature. It's like allow yourself to return to who you are, who you truly are. It's weird that they bring that up in the midst of, oh, by the way, somebody's going to try to throw a fucking fit. Don't worry, they won't succeed. They won't really be able to do anything, because from them throwing a fit, you get to, like, somehow there's a resolution in them doing whatever they do, but they're gonna pull shit, but like it's gonna be too late. Like nothing they can do or say or fit throwing they do or energy they throw your way is gonna have any impact, because it's already here, kind of thing. Like it's already. And so they're like, take this opportunity. So they're having more of a conversation about the opportunity now. That's what they're trying to get. Okay. So I had this in the months. I think this opportunity allows you to ground back in. You've probably been in some sense of chaos over the last year, is what they say, specifically a year, they just said. And it allows you, but you're allowed to get back to who you truly are. Like you get to ground in to who you truly are. I feel like somehow there was a limitation placed on you by whoever this is or whatever this is over here, that try to keep you in chaos. But it's like the chaos is being remedied. It is being removed. And so you get to be back into, you're going to feel like yourself again. That's what they just said. You're going to feel like yourself again. See yourself in nature. That's what that was about. And the two cards that came out is love. The first thing that I felt was like self-love. It's the feeling rejuvenated. It's feeling like your cup is full again. It's feeling full. It's like, it's experiencing again instead of things being cut off. And then inner child. It's no joke. Love and inner child come out. It's like you love of life, love of exploring, because that's what the other one said, explore your world. That's what see yourself in nature is like, explore. Like it's time to get back to who you truly are and experience things again. So whatever limiting situation or person, I feel like even if there's a situation, there's a person involved with that situation. Just saying. Okay. That kept you feeling pulled out of your, like they kept you in the confused state to try and keep you from things coming. So it's almost like I get a double whammy. Like spirit says, let me keep you in a drought for just a little bit. So they think that what they're doing is working. So that they are in an illusion, right? They think what's happening is whatever manipulation they're doing or whatever energy work or whatever shit they're trying to pull is working to keep you confused, when in actuality it's not doing shit. It's spirit that pulls you back and keeps you shrouded, and it's like, I'm gonna let you fucking get to your little high horse, and I'm gonna wait for this shit to come in, and as soon as it comes in, it's almost like their topple is your come up, because they're gonna lose their shit is all I can say. So what about this opportunity? Do we get to have any kind of, okay, new era elements? Thank you, Troy. How are you? There's some gorgeous places up in Canada I would love to visit. I am a nature person. I want to get out and see all that stuff. I see pictures. I'm like, oh my God, I need to go. One more. One more. You see that? Both of them flipped like 360 until they were back into the deck again. Whoever is in this energy feels like the universe and life itself doesn't love you back. You've had those moments. Like you feel so drought ridden. That's why that 7 of Pentacles is like that. Let me show it to you all again. It's a fucking desert, guys. Like I just imagine somebody and like dust coming out. Like it's so fucking dry, right? Like that's what it like. Look at how dry it is. You may have gotten to the point like the kind where if you were to hear on a tarot reading or hear from but the universe loves you, like you're literally like, I don't feel it. I don't feel loved at all. Like so barren, so barren. Like that wouldn't make you feel better at all. Like you're like, I don't feel it. I don't fucking feel it. So we're gonna ride this horse 2 ways, okay, guys? Because for a third time, the energy of love comes out. Right? We've got the 2 of Cups of 4, 2 of Cups again. We literally have love right here. But I feel this is and then we right next to love, we've got a drought. It has felt so, I have felt so unloved, is what I just heard. I have felt so like, I want to say alone, but it feels, because it's not even like the aloneness that was so, it felt so, like somebody who gets lost into like a cave, or they're showing me somebody lost in a space where like the entrance or exit was shut off, and it's like just this barren, and you don't even hear a sound, like nothing, not a breeze, not a nothing, like there was no light, there was no nothing, it was like total darkness. And that may also be part of embracing the dark. You really you had to. That embracing the dark got you into this energy of the Queen of Wands and the Strength card, because it was internal and external. Like when I say it was just, and that's what this is. That's what this is. Like you felt so like to the point where you didn't have anything you could pour your love into. So you probably felt creatively stuck. You probably felt just a lack of passion in general for life. It was all just Sahara Desert. That's what it was. And this could be very specifically when you have that many, like it's about love, but it could be about also like love experienced with another, right? Like for some, but this feels like overall, like this could go either way. Like this is just love, period. Like love of life, love of the self, feeling loved by the universe. Like it all's just like it goes to what where I was talking about yesterday, where you were existing versus living. So that's what you were in. And in comes this, which is, oh, I'm sorry, you couldn't see it. My bad. It's the Knight of Cups. Like this is that offer. This is that thing. This is the fulfillment. This is the opportunity. This is what's being presented. This drought and defeat that you've been in of this, it's being brought in. Like it's being brought the fuck in. It's being brought in. What you've been missing is being brought in, and it opens you up. You are now, your cup is full. You're the queen of cups now. You're no longer like the Queen of Cups, traditionally Queen of Water, is surrounded by so much. It's like you go from this defeat in this Sahara Desert, from the absolute void of nothing, no wind, no sunlight, no water. You're captured in this tunnel, like, or in this little tomb. You see nothing, you hear nothing, you feel nothing, to being utterly surrounded. Because they're bringing me the image of some of the other Queen of Cups. Where, and I'm going to show you, because not that you don't know what the Queen of Cups fucking looks like, but I'm just going to show you. Like it's literally like going into water all around, the breeze on your skin, the sun beaming down. Like it's all just happening at once. Like it's a massive, it's a trajectory change, which we already said, but it's literally like, why can I, okay, I be talking and I can't focus on what I'm doing. Sorry, guys. I guess multitasking is not my talent. Why is my deck looking like this? I haven't used this in so long. Bitch, if it's the last one, I swear to God. Here she is. This is the kind of Queen of Cups. This is the imagery they're giving me. Take a look. Her cup is full, for one, right? Her throne is outdoors. These are cliffs over here. And you know what the cliffs, like when the ocean meets the cliff area, like there's a lot of rain, there's a lot of wind, and look at all the water surrounding her. But she's firmly planted on the ground. Like that's the whole, like this is you. Like you're going from nada. When I mean Sahara Desert, I mean in life, like nothingness, to sheer abundance and having your heart so fulfilled by this. So this is obviously taking care of several aspects of your life. That's why whoever this motherfucker is like, you don't deserve that. Fuck you. And I want to know what this power is, because this is a 9 of Wands, and they brought it out. Like it took a lot to, and this may go with the defeat. Like it took a lot. It took so much inner power. You probably felt like you had 5 or 6 or 10 deaths over this last year. Like you probably felt like it can't get any lower, and then you tried to raise yourself up, and then you hit low again, and you tried to raise yourself up, and then you hit low again. And it was like this is, and somebody would be questioning, do I have some kind of mental health disorder? Like what's going on here? Because this up and down, the more you go like this, the momentum is built behind those movements. And anybody who has like blood sugar spikes and things like that know that the lower you go with your blood sugar, the higher and easier it is to spike, because you're almost like even on a roller coaster. The reason why that fucker can keep going isn't because something's pulling it. It's the force at which something is behind it. Once it goes down that hill, it's like it goes up the hill and it goes down, and you can just keep going, and it can twist and turn like, right, until things finally so you can slow down. That's the energy that I'm getting from this. So maybe the power is all about what it took to deal with this. It's literally like living or having like a cat, 9 lives, 9 deaths, over and over and over and over again. Like the ego was beat down. Hope was beat down. Like whoever this is, it was bad. It felt bad. It felt like you were abandoned by spirit. And every time you came up, I get the energy and the feeling that was spirit trying to keep you from totally giving up. And as difficult as that was, you could have spent a lifetime with whatever this influence is, this person, because I think they have, like I said, they feel like they have a lot of authority, or they've felt like they've had authority. They've felt like they've had some kind of influence, and they didn't want you to do well. And if like this thing needed to come to you without anybody trying to cause interference, because if it came to you slowly and gradually, somebody would have noticed. You'd have been excited. You would have shared it. Something would have happened. Somebody would have tried to intervene and stop this shit from happening for you. And it's almost as if like to keep them in the dark, you were in the dark, to keep them in the energy of winning and not really trying to interfere with this. I'm trying to think of a logical what like parents would do this. Parents will do this all the fucking time to kids. Like not getting a job in the career field that you want, not being able to make any moves or feel successful. And so, instead of parents feeling like they're going to keep telling you, oh, you shouldn't try to do that and you shouldn't, it's like they'll give up. Like they literally felt like, you know what, they'll learn it soon enough. And maybe they didn't want you to go in a particular career field, and they're like, see, it's not working out. So they felt off the hook. Like they didn't have to harp on you. They didn't have to blah, blah, blah. They weren't trying to actively intervene. They weren't they weren't trying to manipulate during that time frame, because they felt like, well, it's not going to happen anyway, so it's all good, right? And so they're over here doing their thing, thinking that they're winning. Like, yeah, I told you that wasn't going to work. And you're feeling like, oh my fucking God, why isn't this, like, why is my life like this? Why does spirit hate me so much? Why give me a dream if it can't be, you know what I mean? And why tell me it's going to be realized if it's not going to be? Like, you were in a tizzy, and it was all just to keep. Because somehow, if they had kept manipulating and intervening, you would have, you may have succumbed to that influence. Like with whoever this is, it's like it could be an ex. Like if love's coming in, and we've all known a narcissist. I know people like to overuse that term, but them motherfuckers, as long as they're doing better than you, they can always, and lo and behold, they get themselves wrapped up in another relationship or something over here. They've left you alone, and spirit can just kind of like sneak something in. It was like to get that person off your back. And once you are in a solid relationship and you're doing really well, and they fucking finally notice, by the time they try to intervene, because that person would have tried all the time, and out of fear, some people out of fear of that person pulling some shit in their life, they just won't date. And so it's like, like spirit's like, I'm gonna make sure this person's distracted and all this other kind of stuff, and thinking that they've won, And then you get to have yours. And what's going to happen is they're going to fucking unravel like shit. What did I say? Conflict and danger line weight. The truth is going to come out. They're going to do something to show the truth. They're going to do something to show the truth. Okay? The truth is going to come out. You're going to see the truth. Yeah, that's what they're going to do. I think this is reassurance for somebody that this other party, this other person, when this pops up, won't be able to fucking do shit. Why? Why won't they be able to do shit, Spirit? I mean, I can understand in some circumstances and scenarios where it'll be too late, but like I feel like that almost makes me feel like there's something more to it than that. Can you give us anything on that? And situations may be different. They may not be able to, but I feel like there's something more there. Here's the thing. Whatever this energy is, because they felt like they were doing better, they've wrapped themselves up in another situation. Like they are firmly planted in another situation that's not so easy to get out of. Because we've got the Two of Swords. Which underneath, and I'm seeing this differently than I normally do with the Two of Swords, it says Lord of Peace Restored. That's what the words say down here. Lord of Peace Restored. Which is literally like, I get the energy of them being like they can't act on this one and also have that. Whatever they've gotten involved in or whatever is happening in their life, even if this is a family member, a parent, the speed at which something comes in for you, this opportunity comes in, there's a taking off guardness, but it's almost like they don't know which way to act. You know, like they don't know which way to go with this. They're torn a little bit on how to, they're like, oh, either the surprise of it has them stunned, like they don't know how to, it's almost like they would need time to formulate. Like whatever they do, it doesn't seem like it's, whatever they do usually isn't very quick. And when they're forced to have to think on their feet, they don't do a very good job. Like whatever they do is like a slow, covert manipulation, underground kind of like thing. Like they do little, you know what I'm saying? And so to a degree, because I get this like being torn. Like imagine the person being like two swords or each an option. They're like, I don't know which, I don't know. So they're a little confused. They're not sure. But also they're showing me an image of someone. It's almost like they're involved in another situation. And like, if they try to do something or if they're not gonna, like, whatever they would normally do long term won't have any impact, because you're gonna be done doing your thing by the time you start this opportunity. Like low and slow is not going to get them their results this time, because it'll be too late for that. But if they try to act impulsively, which they don't do very well at, and try to throw a fit, they will ruin their stability. They have to, Four of Pentacles, they have to hold back because it could impact their stability. It could impact what they've got, whatever they've got their situation involved in. So they can't. It's like, that's what ties them up. What they would normally do that works in your life or in your situation is like they play the long game. And so it's subtle and it tears you down and it creates, even if this is like where someone took time to really curate stories about you or to make you out to be the villain. Like, they can't in this scenario. Like, it would take, you know what I mean? Like, it requires a little bit of forethought and that kind of stuff. They can't do that. So energy work, that's not that you in that for the long haul. That's not like just always immediate. You know what I'm saying? Like, especially somebody who wants to consistently tear you down, especially if you're this powerful in your own energy and you're high priestess, like that required a lot of like coming after you consistently, right? And almost like a ritual for them to do that. So they can't do that. And they're not good at taking any kind of immediate action because it feels like if they do, they're going to fuck something up for themselves. So either way, you'll be good. Let's just get real. Because if they try to do something immediate, they're going to fuck up their own stability, which means other people will see the truth of them. They'll be like, you the motherfucker. Like, somebody who acts impulsively and doesn't think things through, that's like even like if we're saying, what do you mean somebody else sees it? What if they do something stupid? They get angry, and it's not necessarily directed at you, but like they get themselves in legal trouble because they do something stupid. You know how many people get angry and impulsive, and they go out and drink, and then they drive, and then they have like a massive car crash, and then they end up in jail because of it, all because they didn't know what to do, and so they did something impulsive, and then either way, they're removed from the situation. So that's why there's the energy. Like this is like they're not a problem. You don't have to worry about it. And then the Empress card. And on here it says daughter of the mighty ones. Daughter of the mighty ones. Like the level of protection. They're torn and can't do something about your abundance. And abundance could literally, this could just be somebody that finally gets the job that pays them well, like I said, that gives them all the freedom that they want. And because of it, bills get paid. They can move into a nicer house. Like your life is going good. You feel good. You're loving life again. You're no longer just existing, you're living. And because of that, all kinds of great opportunities come in. And it's almost like a cascade of things that happen, right? And it's like the domino effect can't happen without that first tipping point. And they've kept you from that tipping point. Whatever this is, whoever this is, has kept you from that tipping point. But once it fucking happens, they no longer have the influence. Let's see what the fuck this is. The Lord of Valor. 7 of Wands. Your success is protected. 7 of Wands comes on the heel of the 6 of Wands. 6 of Wands is that battle-worn soldier riding in on his motherfucking horse because of success and victory. And getting the accolades they so deserve because of that success and victory. Didn't come by it easy, came by it hard. They're a battle-worn soldier. And then after you have your victory is doing the things necessary to maintain that, right? This is securing that, not allowing that to go away. This is secured victory. It's like once it comes, it stays. Okay. I get it. I get it. I'm so sorry. Let me go back. I just saw where Maniska says she's crying. And I'm like, I have no clue. I've just been reading the energy like this is totally spirit. When I'm not in your energy at all and I'm not talking from your perspective and things like that, I understood. Like it felt like I know I sounded like I was very matter of fact with everything. And that's when I know I'm totally in just spirit's energy. The spirit doesn't do the extremes, right? When I start feeling certain things, like either I'm really down or I'm, oh my God, or I'm really excited, it's a mix of spirits telling me something, but I'm also experiencing it as if I'm you. I'm in your energy. And so I can relay that and it comes through in the this was very like the whole fucking time. And that's spirit saying, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. And spirit just laid the fuck out. And it's like, you probably have been asking, down my back, fucking chills. You've been asking why. They just had the conversation with you because now is the time, now is the safe time to tell you why. And the only way that could be is if something immediately beneficial, like this opportunity, this domino effect is going to happen. Because they kept saying something immediate. That's not something close, not something nearby. Immediate is like, feels like it's almost present. And your tunnel vision may have been the whole like, I just got to get myself out of this. I got to get myself out of this. I got to get myself, where'd you go? Where'd you go? I got to get myself out of this. Sahara Desert, the defeat. Because this defeat card has the web, and this poor creature is just all wrapped up. Like, it's like, I'm done for. And that's been your tunnel vision. You have resigned that this is what it's going to be. You resign to whatever it is. I'll just keep my head down. I'll just keep going. But you think, I guess, that's all there is to life is what I heard. You've put like, okay, I guess it's just gonna be like this. Like, you resigned yourself to defeat. You resigned yourself to the Sahara Desert, and it's about to happen. There's something immediate that's about to happen to trigger this. And they're like, I can tell you now. And I just keep hearing, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something, okay? Like, this is very, and that explains this right here, the trajectory change, right? And the complete, utter change of path, this brand new path, this forward movement, this cutting away of any obstacles and everything. Like, it's that domino effect. You have to hit the first domino in order for everything else to go. And until that first domino effect, the first the first domino is hit, the rest of them can't fall. They won't fall. But it makes sense because that's where that momentum is coming from. That's what they're talking about when they're saying the wow, damn, y'all. It's like the message is coming so fast I can't keep up, and then it's gone. I'm like, fuck, I ain't spirit. Shit. What is this called? The fucking Knight of Swords. Jeez, God Almighty. Knight of Swords, Ace of Swords, Chariot. That's why it can't be stopped. That's why it can't be slowed down. That's why it's literally like a whole. It's just. You like, yeah. And at this point, the reason they're telling you this is because change is unavoidable. Like, it's happening. This reminds me of the Kipper card, the official person, where it's like, it is so. Something is happening officially. Like, yep, it's officially happening. It is. This is it. Okay, now let me get back into the. Sorry, guys. Let me get back all the way up here. Where are we at? Okay. I'm reading. Sorry, guys. Y'all know me. I start going and I cannot pay attention to the chat because I'm in the midst of just whatever it is. So sorry. I'm trying to. Okay. Good morning from me to you. Um. Hmm. Oh yeah, not sharing information. Okay, guys, I'm coming. I'm coming. I'm catching up. Give me a second. I know. Not the best place to open talk. Not the best place to open talk. I need more coffee. Yeah. Okay. Sorry, guys. I had to really. Okay. So it can be somebody different. Like it doesn't have to be family, guys. I give examples to help ground it in so people can understand how that could, because sometimes these things can sound so airy fairy. You're like, how is that even possible? This could be somebody's ex. This could be somebody's baby mama, baby daddy. This could be a friend that you're going to be super fucking surprised with. Like, are you shitting me? Because in the beginning, I also got a sense of like, um, of shock a little bit at one point, and it was like, really? So it can like don't if family doesn't resonate, then it's probably not family. And here's the other thing too. Sometimes whoever this is, if they like to do things low and slow, they're very subtle about it, you may not be aware. You may not be aware fully, right? Some of you may, some of you may not. So it's like let's pull some Lenormand really quick. We'll ask about the source of danger lying away. Yeah, they're gonna front to you. Okay, this is how it comes out, guys. Whoever this is, they will either put it in the guise of they love you to pieces and they're just looking out for you, or they, if this is like an acquaintance, like they're really friendly to your face, or like they would never ever say something to you directly. So if you think of like, I feel like you have probably felt this about this person. I got to be honest with you, whoever this is, because it's somebody that's aware of you. So if you ever talk to somebody and you're like, it just feels fake, like even though like people around them may buy into it and like, oh, they're always such a great, and they're fun or they're this, and you're like, or times when you felt like if it's family, you're thought you're literally thinking as they say something like you never believe something nice that they say, right? Or if this is an ex, it's like like the narcissist example, it's like when they're doing better than you, of course they're going to be decent with you. It's when they're not. It's when you start to do really well and they feel like they're not either above you or they don't have control over you, that they start to have issues, right? And so it's like, because we got the mice, which can be like the busybody bullshit, the gossipy, whatever crap. Then we have but it looks really great, because usually flowers is like the bouquet is, things are really positive, and but right next to it, the snake. Like flanking this positive outlook and this positive persona, this positive projection that they give, of just like there's somehow someone to be trusted in your life. There is bullshit. They're talking about you. They're running their mouth. They're full of shit, and they're a snake. Like this could play out in so many ways, but they will put on the good front, right? Because they're not going to try and look like the bad person. How can they identify who this is? I feel like once this happens, you're gonna know. Like the truth is gonna be seen. And again, maybe you're not meant to see the truth of this person until it actually happens. Just a second, sorry. I thought that was okay. They started to talk about something else. I'm like, how is that about the other person? Like, oh, the other person, this. So like they moved on. I wasn't ready to move on. They're just saying, okay, so here's the thing. It is going to be somebody that you're going to have to cut out. You may be like, they're going to present friendly, honest, integral, like not somebody. Even if this is somebody that you may know instinctively and intuitively or blatantly fucking know that this person is a shit, right? Again, if it's a narcissistic ex, or if it's an abusive ex, or if it's somebody in your family and you've seen them play these games with other people before, like you may know, but they're never going to present like they're not presenting like that, right? It's the most annoying thing to know, to encounter an abusive ex that tries to pretend like they're this really great thing, and they're like, we're a team, especially like you have kids together and they're like, oh, this is like bullshit, motherfucker. I see through your shit. Okay? This is somebody close to you, though. Close to home. Somebody that's familiar with you. Because we have the dog presenting as very loyal, good. If this is a family member, you may be surprised to a certain degree. Some of you are going to instinctively know, like you've seen this person operate this way before with other people. And like either you haven't recognized how they do it with you yet, but you fucking will. Or it's one of those things where it's like, this very well may take you by surprise. Like you know what I mean? And then you're going to realize, because they're very good at keeping things under the radar is what I want to say. Like this person is going to have to be cut out. Because they're really this. This is indication of sly, subtle, cunning. Like they will really try to, like, you're going to have to cut that out. They are not really this. They're backhanded. And it's someone that's close to home. For some of you, it's definitely a family member, because Fox can indicate family. We got the home here. And for others, it's just somebody that's very familiar with you. Like this is not who they really are. Not who they are. This is like cutting that shit out. Like don't believe this. That's not really who they are. Not with you, at least. I actually don't feel like they are that way with anybody, but so yeah, they're really all this. And they're very and because they can do that because they're familiar with you to a certain degree. So you get to know somebody just enough to be able to manipulate them, or you get to understand human behavior, and that's what helps you to manipulate. This is coming in, though. This new path that we just talked about is coming in. Messenger card, path messenger card. It's brand new, and I was like, what is this? I guess they wanted to talk about it. It is the opportunity. It's a completely brand new opportunity. So it's not something that you attempted before. It may be in the wheelhouse, but it's not been in front of you, because if it had, this person would have tried to do something. So okay. Anything else? Anything else about this now? Yeah. I'm just gonna say, for some of you, y'all may have children involved, because they have literally thrown out 3 child cards. We got this one, because children is either something beginning, something new, a fresh start, like the Fool card type of energy, or it's a literal child, right? And so they've got this new opportunity, this new door opening, right? But then they whip out this shit, like a new person. It could be a new person, but they got a child card again. They're throwing it out, right? And what is this? Is this a masculine up there? So do you have a child by another person? Just throwing that one out there, right? But for some of you, it may be that narcissistic ex, like we're talking about, or the person that's abusive and has narcissistic tendencies or characteristics, behaviors, whatever you even call it. Because then we have this, which this is like the recognition. This is like seeing somebody that you didn't see before, or having something highlighted to you, something being revealed. Like this new person is almost like a new person being revealed. And I'm trying to I'm like asking questions about this. So I'm like, okay, okay, what do you mean? And they're like, this. It's something new for the main female. Now, it can be a feminine energy, right? But I can't get away from how many times a child is operated here. So the story of new love coming in, and at just the right time that the ex can't do anything about it, because otherwise they will ruin what they've built. Like they may be in a new relationship, they may be in a new dynamic, they may be in a career, and like if they pull any shit, like it's gonna, you know what I'm saying? It'll backfire on them. So they're really kind of caught up in that whole new scenario that they built for themselves. And finally, they can't do anything about this. They can't do anything to interfere with this. Because we have children here. But it's just a new path. It's a completely new path. So this newness could also be somebody's changing. We've got journey and change. And even in the change definition, it's like moving. So like this is some kind of new path, new movement, new trajectory. But I feel like even for some, it's like if you felt like you couldn't, whatever this does, Oh, we had this reading before earlier this week or last week where it was like something comes in and it removes you from the situation. There was energy around you that was influencing you and doing certain things, and this is going to literally uproot you and put you somewhere else so that they can't do that. And how this comes in, it literally like is they can't do anything about it. So whoever this is, this new path, this new recognition, this new opportunity, allows you to move. Okay. Now we're just probably going to be getting into a bunch of little scenarios that are for varying different people. Because we keep asking, like, well, what does this look like? But somebody. Okay. I feel like I've given enough scenarios. That's the way that I can see it. Oh. So, okay. Alrighty. Well, it's 11 o'clock. And it's funny because I'm reading this, and like sometimes I really like to go, like I wanted to feel like a story sometimes for me to be able to explain it to really help you. But I am so firmly rooted in spirit's energy right now that it's everything so very matter of fact. You ever have somebody that say something very like it's they say it so matter of fact, and you're like, no context, no nothing. Like you just blurted that out like that. Like that's the way it feels to me. Like so that, like those cars coming out, I'm like, okay, okay, spirit. Like just that's what it feels like. So, anywho, alrighty. Well, that's cool. Let me know if it happens to you because it feels like it's fairly immediate. It's dealing with something that's going to be fairly immediate. So let's see. Let's see. All right, y'all have a fantastic day. I hope it resonated. Be sure to like and subscribe if it did. We do this frequently. We just check in, allow spirit to tell us what's up. So, and now I've got to go and do other things. I hope everybody has a great day. Thanks for joining. I appreciate it.